so when you tapped him on the shoulder, he says the door's unlocked for you?
Yes, ma'am. That's how I got in there, took a shower.
Oh, and who is this person?
I don't know his name like that.
But you said you know him.
It's his street name.
Oh, what's his street name?
Joker.
Joker. Okay. Continue, please.
So I went to go take a shower, and then I get out the shower and I go in the room and so I'm leaving. Then after that, I left.
Testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you.
And right here, pay attention. This is where things start getting messy. The defense wants to paint this as a simple, I just needed a shower situation, but the judge is already raising an eyebrow. Anytime a defendant mentions a street name like Joker, you know the story is about to take a turn.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
John Anthony Garcia.
All right, defense, you may proceed.
What prompted you to burglarize that house?
I needed to shower. So it's my stepmother's, my father lived there with my stepmother. So he said anytime I needed to go shower, you just go there. And my dad, Joe Garcia, he had left, got arrested by the U.S. Marshals. She kind of started acting different, like changing up her mood and telling me I couldn't be able to go there. And then the next day, she would tell me I was able to go there. She'd give me food and stuff like that. At the time, I was homeless. I seek the Haven for Hope, which I still am seeking now to this day. And but it was kind of hard. So I went back one last time to see if I could shower inside and get some food and get some rest, because I like to be outside a lot. And she wasn't there, so I kept knocking on the door. Went to the window, the side of the door, knocked on that side, and kept going back and forth. I went back the last time to the door, and the door was propped open. So I was like, "Huh, okay." So I went inside, me thinking it was unlocked for me. So I went inside and I went to go take a shower, and after that, I went back. I left out. But
well, any other questions?
Were you intoxicated at the time?
No, sir.
Did you have a job at the time?
Yes, sir, I did. I worked at Rent Health Staffing.
If she gives you deferred adjudication, can you go back there for your job?
Yes, sir, I can.
Are you sorry for what you did?
I'm very sorry. I'm really not a bad person. I really do stay out of trouble. I do respect everybody. You know, it was just at that time I was going through a moment with my dad and my stepmother. But I really differently did learn my lesson. Being incarcerated as long as I ever been locked up, and I really don't like it. It's not for me.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
All right. So let me just tell you what the summary says. It says that the front door to the home or to the residence, because I don't know if this is an apartment or not, had been damaged because the U.S. Marshals raided the apartment. So I'm assuming the U.S. Marshals kicked in the doors and nobody ever repaired the door. So she states, while she was asleep, you entered the residence and stole property from the location. So it's not that you entered the residence and took a shower. It's you entered the residence and stole property. And she received notification that someone was trying to use her stolen credit cards.
This is the moment everything flips. Up until now, he's insisting he only entered a shower, but admitting to taking the credit cards completely destroyed that narrative. This is exactly why judges compare testimony with police reports. Viewers, do you think he was being truthful at first or trying to minimize what happened? Drop your thoughts below.
So, you want to speak to that?
Yes, ma'am. I'll speak to that.
Yes, please do.
Yes, I did take the credit cards.
Why?
Because I was hungry.
Was your name on the credit card?
No, it wasn't.
So did anybody give you permission to take a credit card?
No, ma'am.
So this wasn't you just coming in to take a shower and leave. This was you coming in, and you knew that, according to your testimony, you knew that the U.S. Marshals had already raided that apartment.
No, ma'am, I did not know that.
So when did you discover that the U.S. Marshals had raided?
I had found out when I saw it on her notepad saying finally the U.S. Marshals came and got my dad.
All right. And so that was a notepad in the home?
Yes, ma'am.
So that means that, again, you were not just in that apartment to take a shower. You were in that apartment looking around for things. And what it says on here is, Mr. Garcia, because he is the son of Miss Tobias' ex-significant other. So that part of your testimony is true. She stated that she had video surveillance that shows you moving the camera so it wouldn't catch you taking property. It's odd that in here there's no listing of you taking a shower, because it says that when you entered this apartment, she was asleep. I don't know how big this apartment is where people don't know someone else is in their location with them. But she said that she was asleep. No mention of you ever taking a shower in any of these police reports. Did you ever give a statement to the police stating that you had taken a shower?
No, ma'am.
So there's nothing in here about this shower business. The only thing that's in here is that you came into that apartment, and it was easy for you to come into the apartment because the U.S. Marshals, I'm assuming, kicked in the door, damaged the frame, and the door was sort of propped. So that part of your testimony is true. It's sort of propped open. But you went in and you were moving surveillance cameras around and taking things that did not belong to you. Discuss.
The property was in her room. I went to go knock on her door. She was my stepmother and my dad. My dad has a history of doing heroin. All right, he's a drug. So my stepmother is the same way. I went in her room. She goes,
"Oh, you're saying she's a heroin user?"
She is. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and lie on camera either.
But she has a place to stay?
She does.
And she has credit cards?
She does because of my dad.
Okay.
She does because of my dad. And I went to go knock on the door. She was knocked out. I was, just tapped on her shoulder and everything. And she was still knocked out on the bed. No response. And I saw another dude in my dad's bed with her. So it that's why I did everything I did right there at that moment. So it kind of threw me off.
So now you're saying that when you came into the apartment after having knocked on doors, you go in, you see her in the bed, you tap her on her shoulder to try to wake her up, and then you notice there's a man in bed with her. Did you tap him on his shoulder as well?
Yes, ma'am, I did. I knew both of them.
Oh, so you tap him on his shoulder.
He gave me a response. He said the door is unlocked for me.
Oh, this story keep adding to the story. So when you tapped him on the shoulder, he says the door's unlocked for you?
Yes, ma'am. That's how I got in there, took a shower.
Oh, and who is this person?
I don't know his name like that.
But you said you know him.
It's his street name.
Oh, what's his street name?
Joker.
Joker. Okay. Continue, please.
So I went to go take a shower, and then I get out the shower and I go in the room and say I'm leaving. Then after that, I left.
All right. Well, any other questions?
Oh, Your Honor.
Well, according to your plea bargain agreement, the state is silent, but the state always reserves the right to address any issues that may be untruthful. So, state, any questions?
I was going to point exactly out, Judge, that there is no mention in his original allocution of the credit cards, and that he said he was staying out of trouble, or he tends to stay out of trouble, but he does have the criminal history beyond just this.
All right. And what is the criminal history?
No, Your Honor. She's supposed to stay silent. That's not.
No, part of the PSI and TAP evaluation, I always say that anybody can bring whatever witnesses they want to bring. And one of the things I would need would be criminal history. But if you all want, I can reset it for a PSI and TAP evaluation to obtain that.
No, Your Honor. You're going to find out one way or the other.
All right. What is the criminal history? And please, only the convictions. And counsel, If you want to review what they have with regards to criminal history.
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Oh, well, defense, would you'd like to tell me or?
No, Your Honor.
Okay.
Has a theft conviction 100 to 750 from August 25th of 2022. The terroristic threat conviction from January 16th of 2025. And that's it.
Oh, okay. And has anyone spoken to the complainant?
We did make efforts to reach out to her, Your Honor. We were unsuccessful.
Okay. All right. That tells me a little something. So how often have you been using? And you need to be honest with me.
Marijuana.
Everything. Don't just come to me with, I only use marijuana.
Marijuana I've been using, well, for about 5 years.
All right. And other drugs?
Meth I've been using about just 1 year when I met this girl.
And when did you start using meth? You say 1 year.
Last year.
And how old are you?
28.
And why did you start using meth?
I met her in the streets.
Who did you meet in the streets?
My girlfriend. It's a girl that I met, but we're not together no more.
And what are all the tattoos with the numbers about?
This is my birth year, 1997. This,
And that's what?
a little money bag.
Mm-hmm.
And this is money, power, and weed.
Money, power, and weed.
Yeah.
All right. Have you ever?
I got these when I was young.
All right. Thank you. All right. State, you may be excused. Have you ever had any mental health diagnosis?
No, ma'am.
And where's your mom?
My mother, I was in foster care, but my mother, I never got to meet my real mother. My stepmother, Joanne Pearson, she's on 4006, 4006.
No, I don't need the address or anything.
Okay.
But I'm just trying to figure out what has happened in your life that you're now before me, having now did.
Major turning point. The judge is about to present the two options, present time or deferred adjudication. And this is where the stakes skyrocket. Notice how she lays out the consequences with absolute clarity. One path gives him a chance at rebuilding his life. The other could lead to years behind bars. This is classic courtroom pressure. And judges use it to test whether the defendant truly understands what's on the line.
Using marijuana on a daily basis, going to this apartment where your stepmother is, and your father, I'm assuming, is in federal custody.
I've been alone all my life. Like that. I got it at a CPS at 17 years old, and after that, it's been.
And did you even try to sign up for college? You know they give that to you for free when you're in the foster system.
I did sign up for college, but I didn't get to go.
Well, here's the thing. When you're in foster care, depending on when you did that, you still may be entitled to free college. You need to look into that. And sometimes people don't want to go to college. That's fine. But they have extended it to where you can get your trade certification in something. All right.
It's fine.
All right. Here's the thing. I'm going to give you a choice today. And these are your only choices. Don't ask me for anything else. And if you want to speak to your attorney about what would be the best decision possibly for you to make, you can do that. The state is asking for a cap of 8 years. I'm taking into consideration all of your testimony. I will sentence you either to 3 years in the prison, or I will give you your application for deferred adjudication. If I grant your application for deferred adjudication, and if you're unsuccessful, you're looking at potentially 20 years in the prison. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you wish to speak to your attorney?
I will take the deferred.
All right. Ms. Abrams, are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. The court will sentence you to 6 years deferred adjudication.
Yes, ma'am. I'll let you down.
All right. There's a $2,000 fine. That will be probated. There's to be a TAP evaluation in custody. Follow recommendations. Regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Regular random UAs. Proof of employment within 45 days. no employment as a home health care provider or with minors, field visits 1 time per month until further notice, and the proof of employment will be 45 days within release of custody. There's to be no contact with Janelle, Janelle Tobias. There's to be 300 hours of community service restitution. One hour will be deducted for every sober support meeting completed. I'm going to order 60 sober meetings in 60 days. And you're either going to obtain a trade school certification in something to better yourself, or either you're going to college. You understand? So either a trade school certification or enrollment in college. I want you to be able to have some kind of means of supporting yourself. And maybe the best way for you is to get your trade certification. What I can tell you, sometimes people will look at criminal history and it doesn't go well with you finding employment. One certification, though, that people always need, believe it or not, they always need welders. So that would probably be a good profession for you. But again, find whatever your passion is and follow it. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
As long as it's legal. All right. Probation. Is there anything else that's needed? Is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful?
No, ma'am.
All right. And probation, could you see about helping him with housing? And I would do just holding abeyance the referral to felony drug court. I know their graduation is not coming up for a while and they don't have any room, but if you could always just have that there for him. All right, I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, here you go. Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. From here on out, everything that you do, you need to ask yourself, is this something that could potentially result in me going to prison for 20 years? If it is, don't do it. If it's, it could be, don't do it. In this court, to be successful on probation, communication is key. If there's an issue, let your probation officer know about it. If you feel they're not addressing it, you can come back to court. If you are out and about and you feel the stresses of life are getting to you and you think you're going to use, don't use. Contact your sponsor. If you can't contact your sponsor, call your probation officer. Trust me, if you call your probation officer and say, I'm thinking about using, what's going to end up happening is they're going to let me know. I'm going to have you brought into court and we're going to see what programs or what we can do to help you. But do not disappear and do not just say, oh, I started using, so therefore I'm not doing anything anymore. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
And don't do any more. The tattoos, money, power, and weed, that's not a good tattoo. Okay?
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. And Ms. Abrams, can you also see if there's any